Welcome back. Sex workers from 42 countries took to streets of Kolkata protesting the fact that they weren't allowed to attend the 19th International AIDS Conference in Washington, D.C. That's on now. The world's largest AIDS meet was possible because the U.S. in 2009 lifted a ban on entry of HIV-positive people. But those who sold sex or used drugs aren't allowed entry by America. So sex workers from Uganda, New Zealand, Hungary, Russia and a host of other countries arrived in Kolkata for an alternative, a satellite event called the Freedom Festival.
Sex work is work! Sex work is work!
They are the one group of people most vulnerable to AIDS. They are also held responsible for the spread of the disease. And yet, they have not been allowed to attend the world's largest AIDS conference in Washington. So some 800 sex workers from 42 countries have gathered in Kolkata to ask why this discrimination.
No, it does not make sense to have an AIDS conference without sex workers. The organizers of the conference need to be smarter when they think about where to have what policies are in the country they're having it in.
ये तो HIV कॉन्फ्रेंस में वाशिंगटन जाने नहीं दिया, ये बहुत निंदनीय की बात है, बहुत क्या बोलेगा, बहुत बुरी बात है. हम लोग इसके विरुद्ध में लड़ाई करेगा और इसका विरुद्ध में आज स्लोगन उठाएंगे कि HIV कॉन्फ्रेंस इंटरनेशनल HIV कॉन्फ्रेंस से सेक्स वर्कर क्यों जाने नहीं दिया.
I think it's sending a very, very strong message to the AIDS conference organisers that you cannot turn the tide without us. You need us. We are part of your solution and we have the right to be with you.
Sex workers' rights are human rights!
Kolkata is playing host not for nothing. It is the seat of one of the most successful experiments in the world for the empowerment of sex workers. The 20-year-old Durbar Mohila Samonnoy Committee, which collectivized sex workers who demanded ration cards and education for their children. India's support for such networks of sex workers is unique.
The voice from Kolkata is loud and clear. Sex workers want to be and are part of the solution to the AIDS problem. The problem is the United States listening? In Kolkata with G.D. Shankar, Monideepa Banerjee, NDTV.
So our guest this evening, some of the participants of that conference, Meena Seshu, she's the General Secretary of Sangram, she's an activist in this area, and Pickering, who is a member of the New Zealand Prostitute Network, and in studio with me, Anand Grover. He's a senior advocate and he's also director of the Lawyers Collective, which has worked in this area. Meena Seshu, if I can start with you, why did the organizers organize this conference there where sex workers aren't allowed?
You know, that's the big fight, because the US has thwarted this attempt. It's 25 years of AIDS conferences where scientists, activists speak together about how to fight the epidemic, but the US this time has thwarted this attempt. We were expecting till the last minute that the US will remove this travel restriction against sex workers and drug users, but they did not. And because of which, even if sex work is legal in your own country, the minute you enter the US, you become illegal. So it was very dangerous for sex workers to go to the conference in Washington, D.C.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.